Hello guys, it's me Slacking, and today we're going to be talking about some missed things that we've seen in the trailers so far. So we're not going to go over the basics, we're going to just skip to the good parts, not the tutorial stuff, so I'll see you there. So I wanted to talk about the Salmonids. Okay, so here's the boss Salmonid, which we have seen before. You know, it's not that cool or exciting, but here's what I did want to go about. I want to go about the boss Salmonid, actually. Or the, whatever. So I know that you guys probably already know about the, boss Salmonid, so we are going on about something else. We are going to be talking about the salted Salmonid and the other type. I don't remember its name, but it's like the special boss type. We have two different ones that we've seen so far. Okay, now coming up we'll show the smoker Salmonid, which actually has some interesting effects. You know, it's gonna say I'm gonna play the audio.
Whirlwinds. The smoker produces fumes to protect its allies, and more.
Yeah, so as you notice, it said that it shoots fumes that protects its allies, but it said and more. So we're probably gonna learn more about what else it can do later on, which I'm excited to hear. Okay, next up here, we're going to be talking about salted Salmonid. So far, we haven't seen anything like a salted smoker or the salted smoker or the salted salivator, but I'm pretty excited for when we do get a chance to see those. So it's more of a bigger boss-like one. So there's boss Salmonid, then the seasoned Salmonid, but I call them salted. But there's actually another type that I will be showing you here. We have two that have been discovered so far. Okay, so coming up here will be one of the new ones. Here it is. So we don't really know much about them. We do actually see some salt, but we also get to see this weird, like, yellowishy orange crystal, which we do get to see on one other Salmonid, but it mostly seems to be made up of machinery parts. So I'm excited to see what these ones look like, but I'm assuming they're more like a actual boss. Here's the other one we gotta see. So as you can see, if you look at it, that thing is like huge. Here's the more closer look. So yeah, as you can see here, that right there is its face. This thing is huge. So these things are bigger than the salted Salmonid, stronger. So I'm assuming they're like the king Salmonid. Now they just have the seasoned variation, which is more like a in-between, which I think is actually pretty cool. How they have like a little in-between one. Because, you know, that's pretty cool. Now, there are some other features besides these special Salmonid that I want to feature here. So here are the other features. Okay, next up here, we're going to be talking about some weapons and some, ways that they decide to make them work, which I thought was pretty cool, these features, so that's why I'm going to be sharing them with you about the weapons. Here they are. So here I'm going to play the audio from the trailer. So over 100, more than 100. We actually do kind of get to see this come into play. There are some weapons that aren't shown here, like Dymo rollers, but they will be in the game, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited to see that. Let's continue. So here we get to see something new. You can have up to 4 stars on your weapon, which is pretty cool. I just thought I should share that. So even though this looks like a tri-stinger, I'm pretty sure it's not, because if you look closely at it, you can see that there are 5 low tips, and later on we get to see them shoot this, weapon, and there's like 5 shots coming from it. So even though it looks like a tri-stinger, it's not. It's a well stringer. Next up, we're going to be talking about gadgets. I know you've seen a lot of these, so we're only going to go about some of the newer ones, such as this conch shell one, which we do get to see a look at what it does. We get to see the new like conch shell gadget. So it seems to be like a long. It kind of reminds me of like a long charge, like an ink vacuum, and then you kind of like shoot it like it's a booyah bomb, like it has an explosion. Coming up, we'll get to see what looks like a zip caster in the form of a gadget. Of course, here it is. I thought it looked pretty cool. I'm excited to see in game. So here we get to see a little fan-like one that you could use as a boost. And then here we get to see one that works like a splashdown. So here, of course, you can see that this person has free. I'll explain how that works, which, is pretty cool. I'll show you it. Oh, and I'm pretty sure here is actually a clip of someone using a Dymo roller. Okay, here it is. Yeah, that's a Dymo roller. I'm pretty sure. And coming up here, you'll be seeing the new killer whale, which I thought was pretty cool. It seems to be more good for Splatoon Raiders, like how it functions. You have more control. And then here we get to see another time where they get to use the splashdown like gadget. So over here we get to see this one. We don't really know what will do, but it kind of reminds me of the angle shooter. I'm pretty sure it does something similar to that, but it shoots 5 that deal damage. I don't know. I think that's what it does. So I know you have seen like Spiralite like so many times, but here you get to see the player actually sit it down. Seems like a pretty cool customization. Also pretty handy. You can also see that has 2 circles now, which I thought was pretty cool. Stages. Okay, so for this part, we're not going to do much, but there seems to be 3 main to 4 main ones. Now, these are the types of environments. I'm assuming environments will change up what creatures you see. We got like a lava one, a icy one. This seems to be a beachy one, which is pretty much this. This seems to be another lava one, and same with this. These two seems to be dungeons. This one doesn't, this one doesn't, the one down here doesn't. This one also seems to be a dungeon. So here we're going to play the audio again because they say some important stuff.
Okay, now that we're all kitted out, let's pick the destination of our next treasure hunt.
Coming up.
Every location has more than a few peculiarities.
Yeah, so what it means by that is that so each island will have different things. So there's this one where you have to get a bunch of power eggs till you hit this bar, and then you can harvest the main spiralite shard thing. You can keep on going for a bonus, but that seems to be that one, which I thought was like pretty cool. There also seems to be these red ones, which I guess are rare. They just give you more. Then there's this one here.
For treasures in a wide open area.
Okay, so this one here seems to be...
There are also dens swarming with salmonids.
Which everyone thought dens was originally what dungeons is, but we got it all figured out now. And then coming up here, we're going to see what the dungeons is like. Here it is, which I thought was pretty cool. They pretty much force you to use a gadget, which I thought was pretty neat. I mean, by the looks of it, it seems to be very similar to the story mode. Here's another look at the dens. I thought this was also pretty cool. We get to see it in the icy biome, which seems to be pretty cool. I'm guessing difficulty will upper. We also get to see this salted salmonid, which we didn't get a good look at too much. So here is where we get to see what I promised we would show you, how you get to equip free gadgets. So as you play with a tank more, you get to fill up this meter here, which I'm assuming this is basically based on power eggs. So if you collect them a power eggs with the power tank, you get a new upgrade. The upgrades it could vary between different things, but one of the upgrades that we did see was that you could hold free gadgets, which I thought was pretty cool. It could vary what you get based on what tank, so maybe power tank will be different. So here we get to see something very peculiar. Here we see they have the power tank, and they have the Splatcha and the Spiralite, but then they also have this, which is only equipable to the Speed Tank. So I don't know how they got onto this one, but I'm assuming it could be one of the upgrades. Maybe it's exclusive to the Power Tank, I don't really know, but I thought it was weird. So here we actually get to see something pretty odd, or some like cool things I guess. So we know what the salt does, it just recharges your gadgets, but then we got this here, which I'm assuming just instantly gives you the showstopper ability if you want to test that in the testing range. Then we actually get to see this here. It actually says something about it. Here, I'll show you what it says. Okay, so, as you can see, this is for practicing using the ride rails. I'm assuming that what it's meaning here is that we will be able to see them in actual levels. I'm pretty sure there are some gameplay of that. Then this kind of imitates the like testing dummy and the Splatoon free lobby. And then we got balloons, which is kind of like new, I guess. And by new, I mean like, we haven't seen that as an option for like hideout ship customization. So here I actually want to show you something new about these guys. So you can shoot them, yes, but keep in mind when shooting them, you actually have to hit them, not the sides. So even though they made it easier, splat them, it still has its difficulties. You can't just hit the box, you actually have to hit them. Here, I'll show you. See, you actually have to hit them. Then I'm assuming this will get pretty hard. The raid on Spicy, that difficulty will be pretty hard on Survivalist, like probably really hard, which I'm excited for that. So as you increase your treasure value, your a title will go up, which will give you more shards, the more Sparlight shards, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm assuming it's pretty similar to actual Salmon Run's ranking mechanism. I thought that was pretty cool, but it won't increase difficulty. Okay, and then here, when they are looking at the showstopper abilities, you can see this thing here that says Bond with Fry. It appears that the more that you equipped one of them to the bot, the more better their showstopper ability will be. Or maybe there'll be multiple different variations. Like maybe Fry could have a like eel storm, kind of like what we saw near at the end of the Splatoon 2 story mode. I'll show a clip. Here's what I mean by the eel storm from the Splatoon free story mode. Maybe we could see something cool like this. That'd be cool. And for now, that's all I'll be covering for the Splatoon Raiders game. I think what I'll be doing when I play the game will be just a normal playthrough. I hope we get more of those cool bosses I was talking about, the big bosses resembling the King Salmonid. I'm pretty sure they're actually called Majestic Salmonids or something like that. Although I'm not sure. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Maybe I missed something here and there, but the video's pretty good in my opinion. I thought I did a good job on covering all of the stuff there is. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay fresh.